a senior police officer has urged Northern Ireland's politicians to help bring an end to growing intercommunal violence in North Belfast. 15 officers were hurt last night as rioters threw petrol bombs, rocks, bottles at police lines. It was the second successive night of rioting in the Carlisle Circus area, as Carl Dinnan now reports.
Part of the way through last night's violence, the rioters found a makeshift barricade. It's unlikely they chose it with ironic intent, but learn, develop, grow. 15 police officers were hurt last night, 3 of them taken to hospital. 47 officers were injured the night before. There have been suggestions that loyalist paramilitaries organised this violence, the police treading a careful line on that issue.
We have no evidence that there is official orchestration or orchestration by the leadership of the UVF, which has been talked about this morning, or by any of the other loyalist paramilitary groups. But undoubtedly, there are members of loyalist groups and paramilitary groups who have been involved in the disorder over the last couple of nights.
The area around Carlisle Circus is a mixture of loyalist and Republican enclaves, in particular the largely Republican New Lodge and mainly loyalist Lower Shankill. Last night, loyalists gathered on Denmark Street, Republicans on the Antrim Road, with the police caught in between. But most of the violence seems to have come from the loyalist side. Recent clashes have all been sparked by the issue of contentious parades, in this case because loyalists feel theirs are being unduly restricted. But in a few weeks, loyalists will hold a major event to celebrate a key moment in their history, the Ulster Covenant. The police want politicians to get a grip before then.
And what I'm saying very clearly this morning is that the time for posturing on this issue and in relation to the issue of the Covenant centenary parade on the 29th of September has now passed. We need an urgent resolution to this issue, or there's a very real possibility that somebody will get killed over the course of the next few days and weeks.
So far there have been 8 arrests in connection with the trouble, but it's anticipated there will be more. It's all a stark reminder for the new Northern Ireland Secretary, Theresa Villiers, that getting local politicians to take responsibility for the parading issue is proving a particularly bumpy road.
There are appeals for calm in Belfast this evening after a second consecutive night of violence left at least 15 policemen injured. They were pelted with petrol bombs, bricks and fireworks following another night of sectarian violence. Martin Geisler reports from Belfast.
The streets of North Belfast are all but clear this evening, but hanging over this part of the city is a concern as to what the coming hours may bring. For the past 2 nights, gangs of youths from both sides of the community have congregated here. The police, called in to separate them, have been targeted with petrol bombs, bottles and rocks. More than 60 officers were injured in what were described as sustained and savage attacks.
We need an urgent resolution to this issue, or there's a very real possibility that somebody will get killed over the course of the next few days and weeks.
Tension has been rising here since July, when this Protestant band were said to have played a sectarian song outside a Catholic church. On Sunday, when Protestants tried to block a Catholic parade, it boiled over. Despite the tremendous progress that's been made here over recent years, the one issue politicians have failed to successfully tackle is parading. Marches can still be the catalyst that turns underlying resentment into violence.
The last 2 nights have been as bad as I've seen in this area.
The councillor for this area told me the disturbances have attracted youths from all around the city.
I certainly am worried that there will be further trouble tonight, but I'll be here doing all I can, and I've spoken to enough other people who will say they'll be doing what they can to prevent there being another outbreak of violence tonight.
North Belfast is now bracing itself, not just for tonight, but for the coming weeks. The biggest Protestant march in recent times is due to be held here later this month. Heightened tension now is the last thing the city needs. Martin Geisler, ITV News, Belfast.